If you have friends living abroad and you are in your home country and you feel like they are ahead of you because you watch their videos, the highlights of their lives, and so you think that they are living their best lives and you are just behind in life, at the end of this video, I hope you change your mind because I'm going to be honest with you. I was speaking to a friend this afternoon and she is the reason I am even doing this video. Not because she asked me to do this, but I feel like sometimes if people do not tell you what they are experiencing and going through, you might think that you are the only person experiencing something in your life. Just imagine you watch only 10 seconds, 1 minute of someone's life, and you think that is their entire life. No, people just choose parts of their lives to share with the world, and we have to respect their decisions and privacy. It's not that they are being fake, but it is based on so many reasons. Everybody has a reason of being on social media. That is why it is important not to lose yourself over other people's lives. Enough with that. So, with that being said, let's just get in. The first thing I want to talk about is that it is not everything that you see on the internet that is the entirety of someone's life. If, let's say, I go to a party and I take a picture or a video and I post it online, that is like a pinch of my entire life you are seeing, and that is not the entirety. What goes on in someone's life from Monday to Sunday, you have no idea of their tears, their cries, their prayers, and the very days that they are down and they are in need of help, you do not know. And so don't think that everything you see is the whole thing they are showing you. And I'm not even saying this for you to think that maybe they are living fake lives. No, they are not living fake lives. People just like to show people or show the world their best moments, and that is fine. It is okay. Nobody dwells in sadness all the time. So let people be themselves. But what the problem is that stop thinking other people are living their best lives by just judging from what you see them show you. Sometimes I feel like people think once you live abroad, you have everything figured out. Some people would say, if you think it is not a better place, then let's exchange so that you come here and I come there. But the thing is that it is not as easy as you would think. And these days, I barely post even on my WhatsApp because sometimes when you post, people tend to think that you are actually happy. When people post, it's not because things are going well all the time, it is because they are trying to live in the moment. And that is that, nothing new, nothing special. Stop comparing yourself to people. They say that comparison is the thief of joy, and it is, because when you start comparing yourself to people, you tend to think that you are not doing well in life, you're not moving forward. But one thing you don't know is that people didn't just get up one day and go to where they are now. So if you have somebody to compare yourself to, it should be yourself. Compare who you were yesterday to who you are today and just measure the difference. If you have improved, if you've grown, if you've evolved, if you are still the same, try to be better. The only person that you are in a race with is who you were yesterday, not your friend, not your neighbor, not the celebrity you see, because everybody is running their race and it's not about who started it first, but it is about who God grants victory. And one thing about the sovereignty of God is that it is not about being a good Christian, it's not about going to church, it's not about doing the hard work, because if it was just about hard work, then everybody will be successful, because there are a lot of people working hard behind closed doors who are still not where they want to be. It is about grace and just the sovereignty of God and you doing your best. And trust me, everybody is not having it as easy as you think. A lot of people might not tell you what they are going through, but it's not as easy as you see it. Things are really happening, and it is fine that people don't even tell you what they are going through, because it is their personal business and it is none of your business as well. Another thing is that learn to stay away from social media sometimes. I went off social media for about a month and I promise nobody even realized it. Nobody noticed it because people don't even care as you think. Nobody cares about your life once they put their phone down. Nobody cares about you. This video that I'm filming, nobody cares about me. People don't care about your opinions. People don't care about what you think, what you believe, unless it affects their circle. That is the truth. People are selfish sometimes. And so stop trying to think that everything that happens on social media is the entirety of people's lives. It doesn't work that way. One thing I always tell myself is that I would always make sure that the life I'm living off screen is far better than what I show to the world, because there is no point in living a better life on social media when my real life, the reality that I am facing, isn't as I show outside or I show to people. Give yourself some time, spend some time with yourself, take breaks. It's okay to be off social media. You don't have to see everything going on every day. And trust me, as I said earlier on, taking a 1 month break from social media was helpful. I got to do things that I forgot about. I started drawing, I started writing, and I started learning a new language. And this is to my own advantage. It doesn't benefit anybody. Always remember that at the end of the day, all you have is yourself. Nobody else in this world can replace the love that you can give yourself. Let's put the love of God aside. Nobody can love you than you love yourself. So if you have anything to do, it is to spend time with yourself and to do things for yourself. This is not being selfish, but I'm saying that stop being too much invested in what is happening in other people's lives and focus on your life, because at the end of the day, people don't care about you. If you don't care about yourself, that is the issue, because if people don't care about you, you should be the only person who cares about yourself. Another thing is that learn to have friends, and this is something that I should be telling myself. Learn to have friends. As somebody who likes to stay indoors and just have 2 or 3 friends and people that I know, maybe I have more friends, but the thing is that I do not have friends that I can sometimes share my struggles with. And it is not always fine, but I would say it is okay. But at least have people that you can talk to, share your problems and struggles with. Some people do have friends, but when it comes to they having someone to rely on in times of troubles, in times of needs, they actually realize that they actually have nobody in their circle. If you don't even have one person who you can confide in times of needs, in times of trouble, then it is very unhealthy, because nobody is an island. Everybody needs someone to rely on. And speaking from experience, as somebody who always journals, I would say that it is not always the best. Journals cannot speak to you. Journals cannot show you the compassion that would come from people who genuinely love you and care for you. And there is something about human relationships that nothing on this earth can replace. And so it is important to have people outside of the internet who you can share your struggles and confide in. I feel like I have deviated from this topic, but what I really wanted to say is that stop thinking that everything you see on the internet is the entirety of people's lives. People just show you what they want to show you, and the rest is just something that you would never know. So focus on yourself, pray, have time for yourself, do your best every day, and thank God for the things in your life, because whatever situation you find yourself in, you are not the first to experience it. And one thing I always tell myself is not to victimize myself in my situations, because victimization makes you think that your problems are unique, your life is unique, and everything is happening because you are unique. But it is not even about the uniqueness, but it's about the entitlement we try to make out of the struggles we are going through. And always remember that once you have life, things can change for your advantage. And I'm speaking this from a Christian perspective. It's not about the one who starts the race. As I already said, one thing I've come to know is that if God raises his hand on your life in a moment, it can change something. You don't need 1,000 years